an opinion. Is the flat Earth
thing
is
real?
that a no? Is that a conspiracy or is that just an opinion?
No, when I actually said it though, like I had been watching a whole bunch of Instagram videos, meaning like I had the specific pages on Instagram that were like the truth given to you, and videos like this is the flat Earth and the horizon evens out only on a flat Earth, and I was just like, I didn't do as much research as I had, in order to say something like that, because I was just ready to just blur it out like flat Earth, man, it's conspiracy theory. They want to get us, and when you start thinking about it, it's just like the actual intent behind it was just like do your own research. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it. Like a lot of the things that were just told to me, I was just like, oh, okay.
When you backed it up and said like, all right, do your own research. I like immediately thought of like just questioning authority, what I mean? Like, figure out things for yourself a little bit.
That's all.
But like, what is on your Explore page that you are coming across these videos about flat Earth? Do you follow like conspiracy theory pages on IG?
Like, but the thing about it, JJ, like I don't even follow, I can't even call them conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? Because some of the things of just logic and common knowledge are just there. And then they'll actually, like some of the pages that I follow, they'll actually list some of the laws and some of the things that have transpired throughout history. And they'll just give it to you like as almost like a history channel, which of other things that aren't like on History Channel or just specific details that I felt like I was missing in life, They'll give you stuff on the government, like geoengineering and chemtrails and everything else. And it's just like, it just makes you think. And that was the beautiful thing about it, is that it actually made me think, made me think twice about shit.
I feel like once a month I go on these weird deep dives on the internet, and they always start with like the top 10 conspiracy theories, and then it just takes me down these weird paths.
Yeah.
Have you seen Loose Change?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's like an hour-long documentary on 9/11.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's certainly like thought-provoking. I don't necessarily think 9/11 was an inside job, but there's some things that, I question. But I question a lot of things. I think that's good to question a lot of things.
For sure.
I'm going to give you the one thing I question in life that's like similar to like flat Earth, okay? And I'm wrong on this. I know I'm wrong on this, but I'm not entirely convinced that dinosaurs existed. I'm not. So I've come across some weird websites in my Google searches.
Yeah.
For example, the word dinosaur, it didn't exist till like 1842. There was no word for dinosaur, okay? And then all of a sudden, in the next 15 to 20 years, after this British scientist comes up with this word dinosaur and describes it in a medical journal, people start finding fossils.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, all right, humans like Homo sapiens, right? We've been here since like 10,000 BC. We've been roaming the earth. We've had multiple empires all over the world, North America, Central America, Asia, Europe, Africa, whatever. And in all that time, we didn't find any fossils till 150 years ago. It makes you think.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. I'm with you on that. Like people think it's like an idea. And when you actually follow that idea and back it up with research of your own, then you're like, you almost like are convincing yourself, like, this didn't happen. You know what I mean?
I've almost convinced myself.
I'm
so
but
close.
I'm saying
I'm so close.
But it's just, you get to that point, and then the flip side of it is the separation that is created from you to other people who think different things. Like when scientists, and then they'll come out, JJ, you probably say something, and then like everyone will just like tirade you and just like, how could JJ not believe that dinosaurs are real or existed? And then automatically you're put in like this other society, like JJ's a conspiracy theorist. Like he's like, you think this, you think no, and that was like the biggest thing for me. I was just
took a lot of heat.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say about the dinosaur thing, I got to do a little more research on this little fact. But I went to the Natural History Museum this summer with my 3-year-old son, and we would love the dinosaur exhibit. Like it was awesome. And like, for some reason, like I left there and I remember reading or someone telling me there that there's never actually been a complete dinosaur fossil found.
Like 80% or 70%.
They're recreating all of it. So how do they know what it would look like?
That's what I'm saying. Guess. It's just a shot in the dark. I don't know. And that's the thing about it, is that we don't know.
Do you have any other conspiracy theories that you want?
Man,
You're probably a little more tight-lipped about this now, huh?
No, I'm not tight-lipped about it. It's just that for me, it's a lonely road sometimes, but it's always given with support from the people that I actually try to get this knowledge from and converse with. So I don't just limit myself to being in the circle of like, this is what you believe in flat earth and this is what you believe dinosaurs exist. Like, I'll actually go and try to do the research on the scientific side.
Right.
And figure that out and just do comparisons. That's it. I wasn't trying to convince everybody the world is flat. You know, and that's what everyone took it as, which is fine. And whatever.
Is it curiosity? Is it curiosity?
Yeah.
Is
Curiosity
that what's driving
killed the
it? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what's driving it? Like, is that just like, I just want to know something about something? I want to know more about something?
I just want it to be just done with. Like, just give me the truth. And then, like, on a lot of these things, and we could just be done with it. Like, humans could just move on and there wouldn't be a conspiracy behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just different things. And I know you saw like loose change, but it's just some of the things that happened before that crazy attack. Like, it just was, you know what I mean? You think back on history and I'm just like, man, and they've gotten it to the point, and and of course people were like, who's they? But like, you know, everyone is they. Like, everyone that basically is controlling us. Like, so
I'm going to move on to a different topic. But I did read this article this morning in Time about why people believe in conspiracy theories. Part of it is just like control, like things are out of their control. So they want to, like, especially like with political conspiracy theories, like the losing side will look for sort of a reason why they lost. We didn't lose fair and square. There's got to be a reason. And I'm fairly liberal and I didn't vote for Trump, but like there's an argument to be made that that's what the Democrats are doing now with this Russian collusion thing, of course, but there was collusion. For sure. Man,
and you know, for me, you know, what's the difference between all that is that they always say like truth is in plain sight purposely though. Have you seen the new Taco Bell commercial?
Yeah, they're taunting us.
You know what I mean?
The Belluminati are taunting us.
Like, and the thing about it is that people are taught and controlled to be afraid of that, like not knowing what the all-seeing eye actually means and where it comes from historically. But yet it's given to people to be scared of. And who knows? You know, I don't want to dive deep into it. But it's just, you know, it's part of my life. I've been seeing all-seeing eye for about 6 months now. Like all the time now. People have naturally just been afraid of it. They don't know what it means.
What does it mean?
Well, man, oh man,
we've already started down this road.
Yeah, no, we already have. And for me, spiritual alchemy is something that I'm huge in. I don't even want to say huge in, something that I'm just so much more aware of. And, you know, the 7 chakras, they said we have 8, and your third eye being in the middle of your forehead and awakening that. And I felt like ever since I took meditation to another level and figuring out the research behind that and figuring out how knowledgeable I can become and being just enriched in that and enriching my soul rather than realizing that this physical realm that I live in and I exist in is the only thing that's available to me, you know, and it connected me more to Nikola Tesla. And then I started taking, you know, just specific individuals throughout history that have been telling us things that just either they perished before their time or they were supposedly taken out, or something that they said that was just so thought-provoking that they went from a genius to being a crazy person. And then like society just exits them like, no, we don't want to believe anything you say anymore and you're a crazy man. Like, did you see what Jim Carrey did? Like, Jim Carrey came out of nowhere. It was just like, I was in solitude and, you know, I'm it now, you know, like, okay, Jim, like, but you know, then people were like, yo, what's going on with Jim Carrey? And then I'm just saying though, like he came out of nowhere with it, and it made sense though. But for everyone else, they were like, "Who? Like, I'm not Jim."
Don't
Carrey.
you think part of it though is like when people just like they feel uncomfortable and they're like, "All right, we need to get this guy out of here. Like, let's stop interviewing him.
Yeah,
please. He's crazy."
Yeah, he was like,
"I get labeled."
When he was on that red carpet, I don't know if you saw that interview. He was like, "I want to come to the most meaningless thing ever, and just come. Like, I just wanted to be here and just show you how meaningless it is." Like, you know what I mean? And he gets on the red carpet, and then you have to compare that with someone who's there to get their first award, and yet they've been introduced to this industry, have no idea about the ins and outs. And you have Jim Carrey, like a seasoned vet in this industry, knows the ins and outs, can't necessarily speak on all the truths behind it, but knows exactly how to succeed in it. And it's just like, that's the difference. That's the comparison. You know?
I don't even know where to go from here. So we're in London, right? We're in London right now. Just got done playing you guys. My first observation from the game, actually, it started this morning at shoot around. You guys did not do shoot around, right?
No.
Okay, so this morning we came out for shoot around, and the one rim was so fucking crooked.
Which one?
The one you guys shot at in the first half, and the one we shot at in the second half. Would you agree with me?
I would agree a little bit.
Okay,
a little bit.
I was like adamant this morning that we had to figure out a way wherever the bench was, like that we would shoot at that in the first half, so we could have the good rim in the second half. And I guess because you guys were the bench team, you got to choose. So I'm gonna put a little asterisk. A little
we do
asterisk.
Play you guys in a week, though.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out. I'll put a little asterisk.
The rims won't be crooked.
How has this experience been? You've obviously you played here in the Olympics. You've been overseas to play both in World Championships. Have you done it with the NBA before? Or is this your first time? Did you do it with the Cavs?
Of what?
Like playing in the global games, preseason, anything?
Preseason, we played in Brazil, but I didn't play though. It was preseason though.
Did you have any free time at all? Because I had none.
None. I expected that.
Yeah.
I expected no free time.
I don't have a multi-million-dollar Nike deal, so I'm not required to do appearances for them. So I can't imagine what was on your docket the last 3 days.
I had a commercial shoot, like quick one, and then I did like a media event at the London Festival Hall where the London Philharmonic plays. So I did a couple interviews on there, and it was ridiculous. That hall is like, woo, some history has happened in there, man. And I love music so much, so it was like being in there, it was pretty legendary.
The only thing we got to do was last night we did a little team event at Kensington Palace, which I have not taken the deep dive yet, so I don't know a ton about it. But I do know that George III, the king, lived there when we took America from him, when we said, America's ours. Like, the Revolutionary War. Okay. That's like the king was living in this palace. And I guess Princess Diana was there too. That's about the only London that I got to experience the last 3 days. We didn't do it.
The big Ferris wheel, that's all in all the movies. That's always cool.
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I saw it driving
from a bus.
By. Yeah, I saw it driving by. That was the greatest thing ever.
So you and I, we've known each other for a while because of our connection at Duke. Although we had a very different experience at Duke.
Very different.
I was there 4 years. You played 11 games.
Yeah.
11. But a lot of people don't know this, and I'm not sure if we're going to get in trouble for talking about this, but we are linked by a common thing at Duke, in that you and I are both members of the last standing secret society at Duke.
Yep.
We both are. Let me ask you a question. Who is your favorite Laker of all time?